1. Your brain uses as much energy as a 10-watt light bulb. Even when you're resting, your brain remains incredibly active, handling emotions, processing thoughts, and managing automatic functions like breathing. This 3-pound organ consumes about 20% of your body's total energy, roughly equivalent to the power used by a small light bulb 24 hours a day. 2. Human bones are stronger than steel by weight. Although bones feel fragile, they're surprisingly durable. In fact, a cubic inch of bone can withstand the weight of 5 pickup trucks, making it stronger than steel when compared by weight. Your femur alone can resist thousands of pounds of pressure during motion. 3. Your stomach replaces its lining every 3 to 4 days. The acid in your stomach is so powerful it can dissolve meat and even razor blades. To protect itself from literally digesting its own tissues, your stomach regenerates its lining every few days like clockwork, making it one of the fastest healing parts of the body. 4. Your nose can remember over 50,000 scents. Your sense of smell is more powerful than you realize. The olfactory system in your brain is deeply connected to memory and emotion, allowing you to recall vivid moments from a single scent. It's estimated that the average person can distinguish and remember tens of thousands of smells. 5. Your heart beats over 100,000 times every single day. Without pause, your heart works around the clock, pumping blood through more than 60,000 miles of vessels. In a single day, it pushes over 7,500 liters of blood through your body, supplying oxygen and nutrients to every living cell without you ever noticing. 6. Humans naturally glow in the dark, but we can't see it. Our bodies emit a tiny amount of light, called bioluminescence, through chemical reactions in our cells. Although it's invisible to the naked eye, this light peaks in intensity around late afternoon, subtly fluctuating with our metabolism. 7. The acid in your stomach can dissolve razor blades. Stomach acid is mostly hydrochloric acid, one of the most corrosive substances known. With a pH close to 1, it's capable of breaking down tough proteins. And in controlled lab tests, it has even been shown to erode metal objects like razor blades over time. 8. You blink nearly 28,000 times a day. On average, you blink 15 to 20 times per minute without even thinking about it. These micro-movements keep your eyes moist and clean, and they also provide tiny mental breaks that help your brain process information and stay focused. 9. Your skin completely renews itself every 27 days. Your skin is constantly regenerating, shedding old cells and producing new ones in a continuous cycle. In fact, you lose around 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells every minute, making your skin the most active and fast-recovering organ in your entire body. 10. Your blood vessels could wrap around Earth twice. If all the arteries, veins, and capillaries in your body were laid out end to end, they'd stretch over 100,000 kilometers, enough to circle the Earth more than 2 times. This massive network keeps every organ, cell, and tissue alive and functioning. 11. Your small intestine is over 20 feet long. Although it's called small, the small intestine is surprisingly long, stretching more than 6 meters, 20 feet, inside your abdomen. It's tightly coiled to fit and is responsible for absorbing most of the nutrients from the food you eat. 12. Humans shed about 1 million skin cells every 24 hours. You're constantly losing tiny flakes of skin, about 1.5 grams daily. That means by the end of the year, you shed almost an entire kilogram of dead skin, much of which becomes part of the dust around your home. 13. Your body has more bacteria than human cells. You might think you're made of human cells, but you're actually outnumbered. The average body carries tens of trillions of bacteria, mostly in the gut, outnumbering human cells by nearly 1.3 to 1, forming an entire ecosystem known as your microbiome. 14. The liver can regenerate itself. even if 75% is removed. Unlike most organs, the liver has an incredible ability to heal. Even if you lose up to 3/4 of it, the remaining part can regrow to full size within weeks, making it one of the most resilient parts of the human body. 15. Your ears never stop hearing, even when you sleep. Your ears constantly pick up sound waves, even during deep sleep. Your brain just chooses to ignore most of the input while resting, which is why sudden loud noises can still wake you up instantly. 16. The human eye can distinguish over 10 million colors. Your eyes are more powerful than any camera lens. Thanks to cone cells in the retina, humans can detect and differentiate between millions of shades, even subtle differences in light and contrast that machines often can't match. 17. Goosebumps are a survival trait from our ancestors. When you get cold or emotional, tiny muscles at the base of your hair follicles contract, causing goosebumps. This reflex evolved to make our ancestors appear larger and trap more heat when they had much more body hair. 18. The tongue is made of 8 different muscles. Your tongue isn't just one big muscle. It's a combination of 8 that work together for speech, eating, and swallowing. It's the only muscle group in the body that works without support from bones or joints. 19. Human teeth are as strong as shark teeth. Despite how fragile they may seem, human teeth are incredibly tough. The enamel that coats them is the hardest substance in the body and rivals the durability of a shark's teeth, which are designed to rip through flesh and bone. 20. Your fingerprints are completely unique, even in identical twins. No two people, not even genetically identical twins, share the same fingerprint patterns. Formed in the womb due to random pressures and movements, these ridges are used around the world as one of the most reliable forms of identification. 21. Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day. Without rest, your heart pumps blood non-stop, beating roughly 100,000 times every single day. That's over 35 million times a year, moving about 2,000 gallons of blood through your body daily. 22. Stomach acid can dissolve metal. The hydrochloric acid in your stomach is so strong, it can corrode metal like zinc or iron. Thankfully, your stomach lining regenerates rapidly, protecting itself from being digested along with your meals. 23. Human bones are stronger than concrete. Bone is an incredibly strong and flexible material. Ounce for ounce, it's stronger than concrete and nearly as strong as steel, especially in your femur, which carries most of your body's weight. 24. You blink over 20,000 times a day. Blinking isn't just about eye moisture. It also helps reset your vision and give the brain a moment of rest. The average person blinks about once every 5 seconds, which adds up to more than 20,000 times daily. 25. You can survive without part of your brain. Some people are born with or have parts of their brain removed and still live functional lives. Thanks to brain plasticity, the remaining areas can adapt and take over lost functions in surprising ways. 26. Your blood travels 12,000 miles a day. Every day, your blood travels the equivalent of halfway around Earth, about 12,000 miles. This circulation supports every organ, tissue, and cell in your body to keep it alive. 27. Nerve signals travel faster than a race car. Your nervous system transmits signals at speeds up to 250 miles per hour, 400 kilometers per hour. That's faster than most Formula One race cars, enabling instant reactions and rapid communication across your entire body. 28. Your brain uses 20% of your total energy. Although it makes up only about 2% of your body weight, the brain consumes around 20% of your daily energy. This high demand powers everything from breathing to imagination to problem solving. 29. Babies have more bones than adults. Newborns are born with about 270 bones, many of which fuse together as they grow. By adulthood, the number drops to 206, as separate bones merge, especially in the skull and spine. 30. Your eyes are the fastest moving muscles in your body. Our muscles are lightning fast, capable of over 100,000 movements a day. They're even more active than your legs and essential for focusing, tracking, and processing visual input instantly. 31. You shed about 1 million skin cells every day. Your skin is constantly renewing itself, with roughly 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells flaking off every minute. Over a lifetime, you'll shed nearly 18 kilograms, 40 pounds of dead skin. 32. Your saliva can fill 2 bathtubs a year. The average person produces between 1 to 2 liters of saliva a day. That's enough to fill 2 standard-sized bathtubs in a year, all while aiding digestion, protecting teeth, and cleaning your mouth. 33. Your small intestine is longer than you think. Despite being packed neatly into your abdomen, the small intestine is about 6 to 7 meters long, nearly 23 feet. It plays a crucial role in absorbing nutrients and is longer than the height of most rooms. 34. You can smell fear, literally. Emotions like fear and disgust cause your body to release chemical signals through sweat. Other humans can subconsciously detect these scents, even if they're not aware of it. 35. The liver can regenerate itself. The human liver is the only internal organ capable of regenerating lost tissue. Even if up to 75% of it is removed, it can regrow to full size within weeks under the right conditions. 36. You have more bacteria in your gut than cells in your body. Your gut hosts around 100 trillion microbes, far outnumbering your human cells. These microscopic organisms help digest food, regulate your immune system, and even influence your mood. 37. Your ears continue to grow throughout your life. Unlike most parts of the body, ears and the nose never stop growing. Over decades, gravity and cartilage changes cause them to stretch and elongate. It's why older adults often have longer ears. 38. Human hair is virtually indestructible. Aside from being hard to break, hair resists decomposition. It can withstand acid, decay, and extreme temperatures, which is why it often remains long after the rest of the body decomposes. 39. You can live without your stomach, spleen, and even one lung. Although vital, some organs aren't essential for survival. With medical intervention, people can live normal lives without a spleen, one kidney, a lung, or even most of their stomach. 40. Goosebumps are a leftover survival mechanism. Goosebumps happen when tiny muscles around hair follicles contract. Once useful for fluffing up fur in animals to trap heat or appear larger. In humans, they're now mostly a reaction to cold or emotion. 41. You blink around 15 to 20 times per minute. That's over 28,000 blinks a day, or more than 10 million times a year. Each blink spreads tears and clears away tiny debris, keeping your eyes moist, clean, and functional. 42. Your bones are stronger than concrete. By weight, human bone is 5 times stronger than concrete. Just a cubic inch of bone can bear about 8,600 kilograms, 19,000 pounds, making it one of the strongest materials in the body. 43. Your nose can detect over 1 trillion scents. Though once believed to recognize just 10,000 smells, research now shows the human nose can distinguish up to 1 trillion different odors, a sensory superpower we still don't fully understand. 44. The human body glows faintly. Humans emit a tiny amount of visible light, about 1,000 times weaker than the human eye can perceive. This bioluminescence follows a circadian rhythm and is caused by metabolic reactions. 45. Your brain uses 20% of your body's energy. Although it makes up only 2% of your body weight, the brain consumes around 1/5 of your daily calories. Most of that energy goes toward maintaining consciousness and basic bodily functions. 46. babies have more bones than adults. Newborns start with around 270 bones, but many fuse together as they grow. By adulthood, we have just 206 bones, but those bones are stronger and more efficient than ever. 47. Your heart beats over 3 billion times in a lifetime. Assuming an average heart rate of 72 beats per minute, your heart pumps more than 100,000 times per day. A tireless rhythm that moves 7,500 liters of blood daily without rest. 48. The strongest muscle by size is the masseter jaw muscle. Pound for pound, your jaw is the most powerful muscle. It can exert up to 90 kilograms, 200 pounds of force when chewing, far more than most people realize. 49. Humans can survive extreme temperatures briefly. Some people have survived in minus 40 degrees Celsius cold or over 60 degrees Celsius heat for short periods. The body can adapt using mechanisms like vasoconstriction, sweating, and shivering, but only for limited time. 50. Your fingerprints are absolutely unique. No two people, not even identical twins, have the same fingerprints. They're formed randomly in the womb based on movement, pressure, and genetic factors, and remain unchanged for life.